In this video, I will show you how to make the simple machine file move the way that it's supposed to using rigid groups and contact sets. So the first thing to do is go into Teams, find your class, find the Files folder, and go into the rigid groups and contact sets. So rigid groups and contact sets, and find the simple machine one .step file. I'm going to download that file. When you download a step file, you go into Fusion to open it and go to File, Open. From your computer, Simple Machine 1. This is what the file should look like. I am going to go through the first step. Excuse me. The first steps are to save your file as Simple Machine, or your name, Simple Machine 1. Then you absolutely have to remember to right-click in your browser over here and click Capture Design History to be able to use all the features of Fusion. Capture Design History. All right, we're good to go now. The first thing I want to do is make this unit with these two pins and this body into one solid object. I'm going to do that by going to Assemble, Rigid Group. I'm going to rigid group between the base, pin 1, and pin 2. So these three pieces are connected to each other and will not move. Click OK. Next thing you want to do is make 3 joints. So the 3 joints we're going to make is attach this wheel to this axle here by going to J for joint or assemble joint. I'm going to grab the top or bottom of this circle and then grab the corresponding top or bottom of this circle to bring those together with a joint, and I'll make the motion revolute and should look something like that. Next one I'm going to do is attach this lever to this raised pin over here by going to assemble joint. Again, grab either the top or the bottom. I'm going to grab the bottom this time, and then I'm going to grab this bottom circle to connect those things together the right way. Then the motion I'm going to select there is also revolute, and it should look something like that when you animate it. Next thing I want to do is connect make this pin slide in the slot below it. I'm going to do that by going to Assemble Joint, As-Built Joint, excuse me, use an as-built joint for this one, between this component and this component. And you need to select one more point at the center of this motion, which I like to grab the middle of the pin, or the bottom of the pin is okay. Next thing you're going to do is select the axis. Notice right now if I animate it, it moves up and down. It doesn't yet know that I want it to move either on the y-axis or on a custom axis that goes in the direction I want to go, which is like that line. So now that pin slides in there. I could limit these joints if I want to. In my joints menu, I can limit my slider and to go all the way to the end and back, but we don't need to do that. Okay, the new thing in this video is how to make one object in Fusion move another object in Fusion, and that's through a contact set. So if I go to Assemble Contact Sets, or Enable Contact Sets, that just turns the feature on in Fusion. And then in that contact sets, which shows up here, I'm going to right-click and make a new contact set. I want this thing, and this thing, and this thing to move when one bumps into the other. Now I can grab this slider and I can rotate it, and it'll move all of that stuff together. Or I can also go into my joints menu, right-click on Revolute 2. In this case, that's the joint I want. And if I hit Animate Joint, it's not going to do anything to the rest of this. But if I hit Escape to get out of my animation, right-click and click on Animate Model, it's going to move the whole thing together like that. If you have time, you can try moving this pin over to the left to get more motion on the right-hand side. or start to think about a design that you could do to use this feature in your own design. But let's just turn in this file. I'm going to go to File, Export it as a Fusion file. Notice where it's saved and what the title of it is. And then in Teams, under Turn in your Fusion files here, you can upload it to this folder to be able to see it. All right. Hope that helps, and let me know if you have any questions by sending me an email or talking to me in class.